Welcome. Come on in. I am Faith Rivera here on Aloha Rising, where we're going to talk mana, music, magic, and more. So I'm coming to you from Oahu, actually near Diamond Head, if you've been here on my island, and just so happy we get to be here again together. In fact, this topic is one that I need right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's called simply feeling good. Feeling good. So not that I don't feel good today, but have you had one of those days where you go to throw your Kleenex in the trash and you're aiming really good and you always make the shot and you don't make the shot? It's been kind of that day. Yeah. Like my son broke my favorite crystal light plug-in and the tape roll won't come up. So anyway, these are minor, as they say in Hawaii, manini things. But when you're having kind of a teeny off day, that's kind of me today. So I have to consciously, nurture that feeling of goodness, that feeling of good. So today is about feeling good. And now it's not that sadness or anger or any kind of negative emotion is bad. Totally not. That is not the message here, because it's a part of our experience here. Just living here together, that's a part of it, all these highs and lows. And so with negative emotion, I say we feel it, we notice it, we honor it, then we actively, or this is what I do, I actively then begin to shift, right? And be like, well, what's the gift? What can I appreciate? What can be positive in this moment? So what's been really helpful is Abraham Hicks, this spiritual teacher with all this amazing body of work that I've really leaned into all these years. They have this emotional scale, and it can go from the very top, which is joy and freedom and love and appreciation, and work its way down the scale to hopefulness, contentment, then overwhelm, worry, anger, and at the very bottom is fear and grief and depression. And again, they're not bad. They're just a scale of the different emotions that we feel. So it's highly unlikely that you or I can just jump immediately from like despair to bliss or something, But what Abraham Hicks suggests is what we can do is just feel better in the moment as we can. Find relief. Maybe you're like feeling really hopeless. But did you know that going up the scale, even if you can get angry, that's improvement. There's relief from that hopelessness. So again, this is not judging how we feel. It's just if you're like me and you like feeling good, that's really what the offer is for this podcast. So for those of you that may not be in the mood for it, that are like thinking, I don't even know if I can get there to that word, to those words, feeling good, or to that feeling of feeling good. I just want to say this: if your game is, if there's like some openness in you, you can still continue on to listen, obviously, and turn it off at any point, but you can play along and just see what unfolds with no pressure. And of course, if it's gives you relief to turn me off, I was going to say, I give you my permission. You don't even need my permission. Just turn me off. I bless you. Have the best day that you can. However, if you are ready to go and you're like, yes, let's feel better in this moment. If we can, then let's jump right in. Okay? Okay, here we go. So where do we start? So how many of you or who of you work at home? You work remote. The big plus to that, and especially, for me, I get this benefit is you can literally just continue working the whole day in your pajamas. And if nobody else is in your household or if they're off to work, they don't even know if you brush your teeth or brushed your hair, right? So you totally have that freedom if that makes you feel good. Okay. But I've found for me that there is something to dressing up like this because I thought about it. I'm like, well, this is my feel good show. I'm just gonna wear like my sweats, and I'm not. Well, I don't wear sweats. It's Hawaii. Sorry, I'm gonna just wear my tank top. I'm gonna wear my tank top. I'm not gonna do my hair. I'm gonna put a cap on and all that. And so that would have been one route to go, and I would have felt good in a certain way. But I know there's something about dressing up. And especially in recent years, and I'm working from home, I'm like, I feel good for me. I'm not even doing it for anyone. I may or may not see anyone else except for my family, but I feel better. I feel gooder. No, I feel I feel better when I don't know, put on a cute dress like I did today. And so dressing up, I think, can help you feel good. Dressing in a way that makes you feel empowered. And I know I put in my notes, I'm like, you want to feel your badassness. And so I know, especially when I perform, I'm like, I got to get my boots. I got to get my boots. So I guess, what are your boots? What are those shoes or, metaphorical and literal that you like to put on, that, and your clothes or that hat or that necklace that just makes you feel like yourself? Feel like you, feel like shining and just feeling good. Okay, so that's one. What we wear. Next, go play. That's something that I got actually in a meditation that was just a complete surprise to me. Okay, sorry, I have to do a pause. The alarm is ringing. I'll be back. Is that nice? Is that nice? Sorry, am I here? Okay. The next thing I want to share about, I actually got from a recent meditation. Usually when you're in a good meditation, you don't have any expectation. And I was kind of there, and just these two words popped up: go play. Because honestly, I was, what's the word? I'm excited, but starting to feel the weight of all the many things I needed to do for all these fun projects I have coming up. So those two words, go play, I think can make anybody feel better. And it's this attitude of not taking it all so seriously, not adulting so much, remembering how it was when you're a kid, man. And all you really, what was on the top of your list? What am I going to do? Where am I going to go for more fun? And I think that's what we're talking about today, is a kid that is looking for fun. They just want to feel good. They want to feel better. So not taking it all so seriously. And also, if you've read Don Miguel Ruiz's Four Agreements book, gosh, there are four, but one of the ones that I know has impacted me is not taking it personally, not taking things personally. So I'll leave it at that, because that's a whole other talk. But if you can just not take things so seriously, and then not take things that may trigger you in a second, just stop for a second, breathe, let it go, and not take it personally. It may be, what's the word, covering some other issue, that's deeper than what you see. And so, that's work you can do. Yay. So we can continue play on all these many ways we can continue to improve ourselves. So anyway, that was my next one, is just go play, take things lighter. Okay. And this next one, which is going to launch us into a more interactive segment, is your self-talk. Our self-talk matters. Augustine Burroughs said that your mind is like an unsafe neighborhood. Don't go there alone. Now, I don't know if it's so much about not going there alone as much it is don't go there unconscious and unaware. And so I actually wrote this song called Your Skin, which was me unpacking that self-talk. And so I wanted to read a little bit of this for you to get us in the mood of, exploring this self-talk. So the beginning words say, I see you in the mirror talking like you hate her. This comparing's got to stop. You're wishing for the same thing, longing for that one dream, the one where you belong. You have been a circle, living in a square world, trying to make sense of this box. changing up your fashion. I know I just talked fashion. To be a different person, all it's done is get you lost. But what if today's the day you claim your holy ground? Your worth is found. You're found. Right here, right now, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome home to your own skin. And then the second verse, I know it feels so different, but hey, you got to listen to the voice that's in your heart. Learn to love yourself more. Walk right through a new door to a house that hurts no more. You can be yourself here. You can truly be safe here. No minefields in the floor. Forget about the ceiling. Limits have no meaning when you know just who you are. Today's the day you claim your holy ground. Your light is found. You're found. Right here, right now, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome home to your own skin. So I get it. It's a battle sometimes with those thoughts in there, and that's what that song is about. But as Gandhi said, so wise, he said, we are a product of our thoughts. What we think, we become. So what kinds of self-talk, what kinds of thoughts are you letting roam around in your head space? And that's not making you feel good, right? What kind of questions are you asking yourself that are shaping who you are and how you express in the world? Sometimes it sounds like this. Why me? Why do they have it so easy? Why am I stuck again? Why didn't they do that? Or why did they say that? Why can't I fill in the blank? Won't I ever be good enough or lucky enough, deserving enough, smart enough? Fill in the blanks, right? Sometimes the questions can go that way. But Michael Beckwith, I don't know if you know him from Agape Spiritual Center, and he has a great channel and a podcast. I get so much wisdom from him. He talked about having quality questions so you can have a quality life. And, those negative, dead end questions obviously stop our growth, stop our expansion. That's natural to us. And also, it feels terrible. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. So, want to do something different to help us get into that feeling better and feeling good? I'm hoping you're saying yes. Yes, you do. Okay. So, we're going to move into this part of the show where I'm going to ask, hopefully, what are feel-good questions, quality questions that can help us feel good right now. You can even grab a journal if you feel like you want to capture this, but you can always ask yourself these questions again, obviously. But I just want you to have them so you can reflect on them and just feel the feels, feel good. And another idea is maybe when I ask a question, you can pause it and answer it and actually talk out loud like we're together hanging out, because that's kind of what we're doing, minus the space and time thing. But hey, we are hanging out together. So say it out loud. And even if you don't know, the exact perfect answer, forget all that. Just have fun trying. Okay. And just remember, go play. Okay. So here we go. So what happened today that made you smile? And by the way, I'm going to answer if you don't mind, and you can just talk over me or pause it. Yeah. What made me smile today? I'm laughing at myself at the offness because it's kind of funny. When you see 3-4 things in a row happening, you're like, ooh, okay, it's a funny kind of day. But yeah, what happened that made you smile? And maybe you'll smile while you're sharing it with me. Next question. Describe something yummy you ate or drank that you just love. I don't know about you, but food and drinks give me that physical pleasure. Okay, so that can make us feel good. So say it in detail, okay? Just so you can feel the feels while you're saying it. For me, I love the ginger flavor of Olipop, this healthy kind of soda that has It's made out of juices, and I think they use stevia. But I love that I can drink it, and feel good about drinking it. I also love, which is so weird. I wouldn't ever think I would like this, but now at this age, I do. I love me a nice sweet like blueberry or blackberry or raspberry and eating it with these fancy salty nuts from Costco. Okay. They make me feel good. So hopefully you've shared what you what you love to drink or eat. I'll move on to the next one. What's a memory that always makes you laugh when you think of it? I know you have those. Might have been you as a kid, maybe your college days. Maybe it just happened last week. A memory for me, which is hilarious, is I was releasing my first album here in Hawaii. I came home to Hawaii from California, had my dancers. They had nunchucks. I had the Janet Jackson, the microphone, the headset, and we were dancing and singing. And so we were booking places. And this makes me laugh. Imagine that setup I just said with dancers in Kmart here in Hawaii on these pallets. You know those pallets they have like when they're loading, I don't know, food and vegetables? They stack pallets to make this stage that was not level, and then they threw an astroturf on it, and here I was trying to be all cool singing my song with my dancers and the nunchucks while the stage is going like this, and the blue light, literally, I'm not making this up, the blue light is spinning around and you hear them saying like blue light special or whatever. That's pretty funny. I am sure you have your own Kmart kind of silly story. Okay. Next question. What's one win from this week? And it can be big or small, but tell me about that win. Something that you're like, yes. And I don't know why I just thought of this, but it could be like me who like hurt my toe months ago. And I'm like, yes, the day my toe nail fully comes in, that's going to be a win. Okay, I don't want TMI. Sorry, TMI. Okay, so you think of your one big win. Okay, I got to pause because Kai is calling me. Pause. Okay, continuing back with this goofy show. Okay, so I just did the big one. Okay, here I go. Okay, and next, what is your go-to song? If you don't have one, you got to get a go-to song that just feels like a hug or makes you feel like dancing or just gives you relief. What's your go-to song? So I want you to name them. And if you don't know them yet, that's your assignment. Go and find your like top 3 songs. I love this song by my friend Patricia Bahia. It hasn't been released yet, called Golden. You're golden. Okay, anyway, so no one's heard it yet, but it's my go-to song. Also by Becca Shea, it's called Rich Life. Like, what is a rich life? And really good groove. And I know this is so like funny. It's from years ago, but I love me Bruno Mars, that he's a Hawaii boy representing and is this world-class talent, is mind-blowing. Anyway, I love his first hit, Just the Way You Are. Just this like song about loving who you are. And also, yes, you can tell I like my pop songs. I still love Katy Perry's Firework. It's been beautiful messages in that song. Yeah. So what are yours? I'm sure they're awesome. I can't wait to read maybe in the comments somewhere what your go-to songs are. But that's important. You need that in your back pocket. Okay. Ready to play when you need it most. Okay. Next question. What are your natural gifts and talents? And I want to tell you a quick story about a guy named Guy that I met when I went to the first ever humanities team meeting. You can look them up now. There's a huge international group, but we were there at the very first meeting and we were answering this. What are your gifts? How can you serve the world, right? Through these natural gifts. And I was with Guy and I had just been so excited. I just, found my calling. So I'm talking about music and dance and bringing people together. And he was just quiet. And he goes, well, Faith, I don't know. I'm not really good at carpentry. Definitely do not sing, don't dance. I'm not really good at numbers. I'm not. And he just went on and on about all the things he was not good at. And our energy, we're just going like, oh no. And maybe you're feeling that, like, I don't know, Faith. I don't know what it is. So I was like, what's going to happen? But then he perked up, and with all the sincerity in his heart, and I know this is true for you, he said, I can love. And I know that may sound sappy and cheesy. It can sound that way, but if you feel it and if it's real for you, it is the most powerful thing to discover the superpower you have to love. And that's what happened with Guy in that moment. He couldn't name a single gift or skill or talent that he felt good about. But man, that made him feel good. He goes, I can love. And he knew in that moment that that was all he needed. So, yeah. Our next quality question. What are you passionate about right now? What lights you up? As my friend Harold says, was it Harold? I don't know who said this. Okay, someone in my circle said, what blows your hair back? Right? For me, it's about being creative. I've been having so much fun. We've been writing winter holiday songs with my pop R&B group Solux. And I've been creating for this podcast and also for this big music video project we're doing. And that lights me up. So I wonder what lights you up. You've got to make note of what that is. And remember to feel it like, ooh, you love it. You love this thing that you're passionate about. Okay, so what's the best compliment you've ever received? What am I thinking about? Now that I'm older, I don't like to say that, but I am. I'm older, and I'm learning to love that. But maybe my best compliment is when they want to see my ID, though I don't know how recent that's been. So yeah, what's the best compliment you've ever received? Another recent one is when Judy Mercier, my partner on this podcast, was sitting with me, and we've been doing all this work together, this self-study, or it's not study, self-expansion, just self-improvement and all this. And she just could see through my work. She said, you're just being more yourself. And I was like, ooh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. And I hope in my shows here that it helps you too, just be more of the awesomeness that you are. So, okay, next question. What's the most beautiful part or parts of your body? Yeah, name it. Name it out loud. It's funny while I'm talking, there's like some other voice in my head going like, don't say your hair or your, I don't know. But what's my most favorite part? I like my lips. They're pretty nice and they smile for me. I like my shoulders. They're pretty strong. I can do planks and whatever those shoulder exercises pretty easily. But I want you to honor that part. Be like, oh, thank you, high cheekbones, or thank you, flowing, gorgeous hair, or whatever it is for you. Just take a moment and acknowledge that beautiful part of you. Okay. Next question here. What's a moment when you felt really proud of yourself? I got to think about that one too. For me, I'm just proud of those moments that I felt the fear and I did it anyway. I felt the stage fright and somehow my body was able to get itself on the stage and do it anyway. And I don't know what you've lived in your life, but I'm proud of you for all those times you pushed through the doubt and the fear and you still showed up. I'm going to do a clap for that. Every time you showed up for yourself, that's big. Another quality question. What's a topic you could talk about for hours upon hours? For me, it's definitely this kind of topic. I don't know what we call this topic. Spirituality, self-growth. That's what I love. And I also love Survivor. I've been watching it since the beginning. So anybody else? Can talk about Survivor for hours. Yeah, I'd love to know what your topics are. And now, what is your go-to activity that is just hands down, just like fun, pure fun for you? I wonder what that might be. I'm so curious, actually. I want to hear you across the time and distance. So please comment somewhere, wherever you're seeing this, maybe on YouTube or listening. If you're listening on podcast, guess you can't really comment per se, but hey, you can message me on my socials. Yeah. For me, it is dancing. Dancing is super fun. And also, I just like adventure. Like when the kids and I went to Orlando and we went and kayaked the Emerald Cut. I just love that. Nature's cool too. Okay, sorry. I know this show isn't about me. It's about you, but I'm trying to be in it too with you. Okay. So next, I want you to name some of the people that love you, that believe in you, that right now they are like holding the highest vision for you. I want you to say their name. Yeah. For me, it's of course my immediate family, my partner and her family on this show. Oh my gosh, all the amazing friends and fans I've made sharing my music. I hold that for each of you. I really, really, really do. And I appreciate that love. So I hope you are saying it out loud and feeling their love and their appreciation of you right now and their cheers for you right now. They just want the best for you. And you know what? Maybe these people, they don't always show up in the way we think they should, but just know that they want the best for you. And you can just hold on to that part of it and feel good, which is our theme for today. Okay. Few more questions for you. Few more quality questions. If anything were possible, what would you try today? I have to think about that one myself. Okay. And just name it. Remember, you're going to go play. You're not going to be logical. You're not going to think like, well, what if that doesn't happen? Who cares? Everything is possible. Anything is possible. What would you try? What would you do? For me, I would get on this next project, which is creating a musical movie, with how they have like Wicked now and all of those and Hamilton, they've all become like musicals on the stage, but now they are on movies and can reach so many more people. I'd love to create a musical around my songs, and anything's possible. So I'm going to say, a reality TV series kind of documenting all of this and the people I've been engaged with and on this path of during these crazy times, people that are committed to joy and fun and dancing and singing together. Like we did at my concert out in Orlando, where I had the Holland and Knight lawyers. There are lawyers that work there and other paralegals that came and was just like, I'm going to dance today. I'm going to be in a show, and not like they were professionals. But so if anything is possible, what's that kind of thing that you would do and you would try? Okay. What are you genuinely grateful right now? So genuinely, it just means you have to feel it right now, because there's probably things you are grateful for, but I want you to think of the one that makes your heart go like, make your heart tingle. I don't know, do hearts tingle? You know what I mean? That moves you, that inspires you. For me, recently, it's been my daughter. She's going to be 10 next week. And I just keep thinking, do they stay this sweet at this age? the way she looks at me with such love and wants to hold my hand and hug me, it's like adorable. That makes me feel good. So I want you to think of something like that that just makes you feel good and you're just so grateful for it right now. And here's another. Well, is this my last question? No, it's almost. We're almost there with these quality questions. And I hope you're diving in and having fun and feeling it so it's real for you. So if you could send one encouraging message to everybody, everyone on planet Earth, maybe beyond, what would it be? What would you say? So your unique voice, your talents, your quirks, your heart, your light, the way you move in the world is everything. I'm sorry, this is my message to the world. Be fully you and love you, because that's where your greatest joy is and your greatest service, your greatest inspiration to the world that needs it and that's calling for it. That would be my message. Truly, I can't wait to hear your message. I really hope you message me or put it in the comments. I would love to hear what your message would be to everyone. Because your life leading up to this moment now, everything you've lived through, it's led up to this one moment. And I know I'm making it feel so big, but it is. And it's led up to this question for you to say, what is yours to say and to share? And whatever it is, it's awesome and it's needed. Okay. All right. Couple more. Okay. And hopefully we're feeling good and you're playing along with this and answering as much as you can with an open heart. Okay. So tell me about a time when you felt truly alive, like lit up from the inside out. I have to say, for me, it was last December when it was my first time in a decade or doing a full concert of my music with an incredible live band and here in Hawaii. Because I'm from here, but I had my career on the mainland and in even different countries I got to travel to, but never ever really got to share in that way in Hawaii. And not only that, to share in front of my family and also have them participate. That was so freaking amazing. So that lit me up a lot. I wonder what it could have been for you. Yeah, so make note of that and feel that feeling. Okay, and last official quality question is, what excites you about the future? And I know we're all in the same boat. There's things we, worry about. There's things we're not sure about. There's unknown, but I'm asking you to, that's not the question. The question is, what part of this possible future, what excites you about it? What potential or possibility is there in the future that makes you go like, yes? So for me, I don't know. I like the surprises, the blessings, the gifts that I don't even know are coming, and also the connections with the people and the stories of inspiration that just like ripple out, I feel, from my own inspiration that then touches others. And also all the dancing excites me. That's going to be happening on my music video. So I hope you have listed a bunch of things, or even if it's one thing that really, truly excites you about this future that's ahead of you, because it's all possible. Okay, so those are the quality questions. So how do you feel? I mean, my intention for these questions is obviously, yes, that we feel good, but how do we feel good? It's because you're getting to know more about you, about your beauty, the love, the kindness, the talents, what you think, the nature of who you are. And really it leads us to the real aha of the episode, right? Aha, right? That the ultimate way to feel good, like deep down, is to not only believe, but to know your own goodness, to know your own worth. And I'm hoping that those quality questions got you not only in a space of feeling good, but maybe, like fall in love with yourself a little bit more. You know how when we look at a puppy or a baby or a sunrise and we're like, oh, wow. Can we get to a point that we feel that way about us? That we're just so cute and we're just so precious and and we're not perfect. But that's part of the cuteness, right? Is that, and we're scrappy. We keep going. And I just want you to have your heart melt a little when you think of yourself. Let your heart melt when you think of you. So yes, I am the sappy girl, and I will suck you over to the sappy side if you're willing, because it feels good. It feels good. So why don't we let's bottle it up, right? In our imaginary, like that locket that you wear or a little bottle. Let's like bottle up all these good feelings, put it in there, and let's put it around our neck. And, the point is you can always go back to this feeling. That's the aha. That's the aha part two. Aha. Okay, I had to do something different. The second aha is that you can conjure up these good feelings anytime. You can practice it. And here's the thing is, because I know, I was asking you about certain conditions of like, what did you eat that make you feel good? What do you do that makes you feel good? Meaning it's conditional. But let me tell you that this is the aha. It's about the feeling good part. And where we want to move into is a place where you can, through your mind and through your practice and just being open, you can just feel good just because. So that's the first thing. And once you feel good, those good feelings draw and magnetize to you even more good things to feel good about. And that's, the law of attraction, which we can talk about in another show. But so that's the aha. Before I end this show, I just want to share that there's this dream I had. I don't know if you've had this. I call it my ultimate dream, although, I don't want to limit the universe. Maybe I'll have an even better dream. But in this dream, I felt like the universe, people just wanted to serve me and ask me what I needed. There's a scene of me. My feet were in the water at this beautiful beach, and they're like, "Miss," and I turn around and there's like this silver platter they're asking me which jewelry do I like. I'm like, all of it. But they're just like lovingly showing me this. And I think there was a chef. There was another scene. I'm sitting there and they're just giving me the best foods. And it's all gourmet and exotic. And I just felt so cared for and like I mattered so much. And it was a dream, I believe, of living my best life, living this dream life where I was just being so cared for and it mattered what I wanted. And I realized that it's really not so much about the stuff. I mean, it's beautiful, but it was about the feeling I had that we are so worthy, that we can ask for these things, we can receive these things, that we can live this best life. So Michael Beckwith, that I'll refer to again, you got to go look him up and his podcast and check out Agape Spiritual International Center. He talked about this practice he has in the morning where before his feet hits the ground, right? He will take this breath, he will scan his body, get in gratitude, and say to himself, before I put my feet on the floor and start my day, I want to I want to step into the timeline where I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and making an impact. I mean, isn't that an amazing way to set your day? And it's like it sets it up for good things, or at least sets your eyes and your receptivity for good, awesome blessings. So that is the dare. That is my dare to you. If you take it, I dare you to align with the highest and best timeline of your life, to align with the highest and best version of you. I want you to ask yourself this quality question with this dare, okay? How good can it get? How good can it get? And really to mean it, to replace all the other ideas of like, how long will it be this bad, or whatever, or why is it always like this? We're going to like throw all of that away, put it down the garbage chute or wherever you put your trash. And instead we're going to say with an open heart and with the wonder of a child and say like, how good can it get? How good can my life get? And when we ask that question, we're setting the universe in motion. We're setting all the parts in motion to answer that very question. And our part, your part, is to feel as good as you can in the moment. And those times that you don't feel so good, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Find relief. Find relief in healthy ways. So I dare you to do what Michael Beckwith does, by setting that intention. I want you to do that maybe this next week as an experiment to align with your best self. Every morning, the best of you, to align the best of you, the best of others, and the best that life has to offer. So that's the message today. Feeling good. And we're the ones in charge of that. So mahalo for listening. I really appreciate you being here to receive what I'm delivering. And not only that, for playing with me. I wish I could tune in. I wish I had a camera so I could tune into the car or wherever you're listening and hear all your answers. But if this has moved you in some way, made you smile, made you laugh, made you feel good, or made you at least feel better, please like, subscribe, and share this particular show. And again, comment on YouTube or message me. But just keep flowing, keep growing, keep shining, and flying into your best life yet. Because you deserve it. Aloha.